can I kick it? Less can I?
Game over, time's up. Play my cards, dealt my hand, ain't really no time for luck. Either you got it, you don't. Lie to yourself if you won't. I put my team on my back, did what I could, what I had. Now I'll be all in my bag, copy and paste with the swag. Bet you can't do it like me. All my winners on repeat. Take your L like a boss, stand 10 toes on your feet. I can never take a loss. I ain't set up for defeat. 4 Giottos on
the Today, from M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, it's Week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports. Baltimore Ravens taking on Daniel Jones and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
They love their crab cakes and they love their football. That's what Maryland does. And we are at M&T Bank Stadium down near the Inner Harbor of Baltimore. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, they, too, were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Josh Lambo is set to kick off.
Two hard-hitting blue-collar franchises, one of the better rivalries going. The Ravens and Steelers are underway. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
On the return.
So here come the Ravens now, ready to get the football for the first time. They will be led out by a first-round draft pick back in April in his rookie season. Here's Jordan Love.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator said right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down. For Johnson, the numbers for his performance from last week, 10 carries, 91 yards, and a touchdown.
So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on third down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, My list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
A quick throw caught out wide by Judy. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
A gain of 4 brings up second down at their 48-yard line.
Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. He had a great strong move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there. Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. So here are the Steelers backed up to start their initial drive. Leading them out, the man known as Danny Dimes, their second-year quarterback from Duke, Daniel Jones. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball, run it inside, everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 21 carries, 101 yards.
And they've got a nice scheme going right now, and they run the football pretty well. In fact, I was talking with him on the field before the game, and he said he's starting to hear from the guys ahead of him on the rushing yardage total, and they want to know if he's going to jump up there and join them at the top of the list. And that's not a call you see every day. A toss play inside their own 10-yard line. Takes a little bit of brass right there, and they were able to get a little bit of yardage.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. Operating from the gun, Jones. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done, down to the 15 from the 21. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Working out of the gun. Love. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. So 1st and goal from the 9-yard line.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
That thing blown up by the defensive effort of Chandler Jones. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. To Johnson again. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it, but I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Aaron Donald able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We're talking about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
Yeah, you know, he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
But the focus shifts back to Daniel Jones and company, and he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jones. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Run there with Mostert as he'll push this forward and call it a 4-yard gain on 1st down.
He's brought down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, Jones, and he finds the tight end, Reed. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there, 1st down.
11 on the play.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. And sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
On 1st down, they go with Mostert again. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Jones now from the gun on third down. Got Gordon open, completes it. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here's Jones throwing on fourth down. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on fourth down.
And so in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, third down situation, big third down alert, lock in here, fourth down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Our defense is worried that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On the quick handoff, it's Juszczyk. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
By Mark Barron. A gain of a yard on the play. Brings up third.
The Ravens on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Love from the gun. And he's got Miller. And he will have a Ravens first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Staying on his feet. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Von Miller make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Like the footwork back there, and I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. On second down, Johnson. They showed off a nice juke in the defender before the next wave could bring him down. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Well, it looks like they caught him off guard on second and very long by running the football. All right, we always talk about tendency breakers and counters and doing things opposite the grain, and that worked very well for them. Picked up really nice yardage, but they still have a lot of work to do on third down.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's fourth down.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
On second down, Mostert. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And Jones going to keep this himself. And it would appear he's going to be short of a first down as he stopped right around the 29. 3 yards on the keeper, and it's 4th down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
They'll try it now with Mostert, and he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
4th and 2 in the NFL, not ordinarily a running down anymore. Usually that ball is moved through the air. They went ahead and gave it to the back, and he ends up picking up the first down. I'm not sure if they fooled him as much as they just did a nice job executing.
Needed 2, and they got 3. Here's Mostert. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call.
Holding offense.
So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the gun, Jones. Throw left side, it's complete to Reed. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. Smith catches left side.
Jones pass.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
Steelers.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Jones signaling, let's go, trying to get his guys up to the line.
The Steeler first down.
Jones throwing on first down. Out to the left here to Reed. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 42-yard line.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Throwing Jones. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
13 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They run out the shotgun with Mostert. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. From the 25 on second down, Jones looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Reed. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. The kick by Lambeau is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime at a low. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it.
Boswell set to kick off.
Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 20.
The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
The tackle by
on any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Mostert. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
From the gun, a run with Mostert. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them. Good head of steam. Good bit.
Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to blitz it? Do I need to pressure it? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Mostert, again, the ball carrier.
He finds his way into the secondary again on this drive. They might want to try getting him down a little closer to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, what do they call that? 3rd level run. 1st level being the D-line, and linebacker 2nd level, and the secondary the 3rd. When you block it up well and you make the secondary do all the tackling, that will wear on a defense.
First down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Marcus Davenport there to take him down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front They won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. This is Mostert. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
It'll be Jones himself on the option. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
On 2nd and 9, Jones flushed out right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, only thing larger than his name is wingspan as he knocks that one away.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now Jones to throw on 3rd down. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Josh Gordon, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their 1st possession of the 2nd half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. 2nd down. To throw again. Love. He completes this into the hands of Miller. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. But the focus shifts back to Daniel Jones and company. The lead is theirs here in the 3rd quarter, but it's really been the ground game that's been the recipe for success.
You mean the spotlight isn't shining as brightly on the guy throwing it?
No, it's the man behind him that's had a heck of a game.
And that's really okay.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, It may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
22-yard line.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
That's a gain.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Got a man, it's Judy complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
At the 46-yard line.
From the gun, Love. They'll find Miller, that's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Back now in Baltimore. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be a 2nd down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. On 1st and 10, Love. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
They'll throw again. Here's Love on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, it's complete. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Von Miller in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
And Boswell's kick is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
The ball carrier.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Once again, it's Mostert. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys,
Keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Pick up a 3.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Mostert again, the ball.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And a short gain down to about the 33.
He's taken down.
The objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
On 2nd down now, it's Johnson, and not much running room. Down to the 32.
Ball carrier.
Like any team, they would have loved to have had more yards on that run, but it looks like they just want to get to the 2-minute warning and see what they want to do after that.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. He's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame.
A 48-yard attempt.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Here comes takeover, 1st and 10. At their own 27.
So the Ravens now down by 7. A little under 1:50 remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by the rookie from Bama, Trayvon Diggs. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted. But they don't.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Raheem Mostert, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly controlled right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
On the return, the Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Now it's the Ravens' turn. Trailing in this one now. 1:36 to go. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. On the right side, this is Miller. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. The Ravens moving quickly here as the clock runs. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pass intended for Kyle Juszczyk. Incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Love. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
5-yard line.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
Baltimore Ravens.
Going back to Love. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Again, it's Love. Miller on the catch over the middle. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 19. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
A 6-yard pickup.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire 2nd half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for Pittsburgh, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they fall a game.
I heard a flare gun, I'm ready to race. No, I don't fear none, I'm stuck in my ways. They say I'm the chosen one, to see it in my face. Get this one and I'm holding on, I can't be replaced. I just take a sip.